In this lesson, we're going to look at what mindfulness is. And it's all about living in the moment and really appreciating what's happening now. Because a lot of the time we spend so much time with our thoughts in other places that we forget to enjoy the present, which means we're spending a lot of time worrying and not much time enjoying ourselves. And the problem is that anxious thoughts take us away from the present, so it just kind of sucks the fun out of life, and at the same time we're spending all this time worrying when we really don't want to. So the practice of mindfulness is really relevant for those of us with anxiety, because we do spend so much of the time distracted by thoughts that we don't really want. So the idea that is, if we can retrain our minds to focus on the present, we can avoid this worrying and we can enjoy life a lot more. And there's a ton of evidence that suggests that mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT, is really effective at treating anxiety. In fact, some studies suggest it's more effective than cognitive behavioural therapy, CBT, which is the standard therapy treatment for anxiety. If you want to read more about the evidence for this, then I really recommend checking out my book, Technical Anxiety, that will give you a much deeper breakdown of the kind of origins and evidence behind mindfulness. So there's two kinds of mindfulness you can do. One is everyday mindfulness, and this is the kind that you practice when eating or brushing your teeth or walking around. And this is really useful. This is where we want to get to, because we want to be able to apply mindfulness in everyday activities. But there's another kind of mindfulness, which is the one we'll be looking at in this course, and this is mindfulness meditations. And this is where you take 10 minutes out of your day to sit down and relax, and that's what we'll be covering here. And in many ways this is a kind of practice for when we get out there and do it in the real world, and most of the evidence for MBCT is based around the idea of this mindfulness meditations. So in this course we'll be covering 5 different mindfulness meditations. So there's one for each day, and of course you can do them as many times as you like, but I guess the outline of the course is that you can do one each day. They're about 10 minutes long, not too stressful. In fact, hopefully very relaxing. I'm sure you will enjoy them. And the idea is that by practicing these at home, when we go out into the world and do things, we'll be able to take these techniques with us, and the idea that we will focus on the present will just be a bit more naturally ingrained than maybe it is now.